factor who may have thrown out all the previous results, we still have the consistency of Brokey and Mirage. Does anything jump off of the page when I say those two things back to back?
Of course. Yeah, of course. You know, he can play the map. He is, again, the most consistent. I think he's probably overtaken Twist in that regard across the absolute marathon of maps that FaZe have played at this event already. We'll see once this map is over if that's true or not.
Having won the knife round, Navi to the CT side. So we'll see what FaZe. Oh, yeah.
Leave it to Robs to find the peak that is so tight that Electronic isn't even ready for it. That is insane.
Pops him head, and then we get the trade frag immediately back from the window, though. So it's going to keep us on the edge of our seats.
This is a great spot for FaZe. I'm going to say it right now. Rain has already made it out of connector, and he takes out Bit with a B split incoming.
Huge pickup. Now, all of a sudden, he can worry about the cat player, Perfecto. He knows he's pinched right now. Would have loved to have taken Rain out of middle, but instead Twists will catch him trying to jump back into the cover of the ladder room. 2v4 needed between Simple and Boomich in the CT side pistol. An excellent way for FaZe to begin their terrorist half.
FaZe picked up both pistols on Overpass, won the map. Navi, 2 pistols on map 2 and 1. No, hopefully they split pistols here and it'll be competitive, but already FaZe turning the key.
Gonna try to pick up those little tidbits of utility at the bottom of middle. Simple looking like a heavy phoenix with everything in this, dude. Dual Berettas, smoke, flash, armor on top. He's ready to get this round over with and to kick it off in the next one. But FaZe, cookie cutter clean.
Very nice. I mean, the call was great. They used Ropsy. They've actually used him to do this on pistol rounds. They just use him to search. They say start walking out on angles. They don't let anyone else do this. He just goes out on pistols, clears angles so perfectly that, again, even in that spot where Electronic found his favorite position to sit, holding what he thought was the right angle, and Rops just comes out a little bit shorter than you could even calculate. It's insane, but he can do that. That's why you give him a T250.
Simple will also find his hands on a FAMAS. We get Rain immediately postured behind those boxes top mid. Brokey floating with the bomb. It's a 4-man cohort from FaZe through middle. That's what Simple wants. Ooh, he gives his FAMAS away. Nope, gets it back.
Simple and Kerrigan exchange glances there.
Two warriors looking each other in the eyes.
Bit literally is going to jump off this ladder into them on cat if they go. So let's please try to make that happen.
Sign me up. Gotta make sure he doesn't fall off that ladder. We do also have Boomich trying to pry down into the A-ramp. Split comes up through connector. It's a late play from the Palace man, but Rop's still getting into the action. Boomich not able to stop anything, but Simple still, with that FAMAS, shaves one off of the play. So there's a little bit of life here for the defense, because Perfecto, with the drive-by CZ, gets an upgrade to the MAC-10 as bomb goes down. Rops knows he is locked into this 1v1. He cannot afford to die to Boomich, and with that Desert Eagle popping off, Boomich is just trying to keep him so distracted. Matter-of-factly, the pistol players cut down. Rain peeks, denies the ticket control, and pushes Simple to the 1v2. Both terrorists at half health. But Simple, this is too much to handle. He will just walk away yet again.
Yeah, that was surprisingly close, huh?
Felt it.
Felt that?
Way too close for comfort.
Yeah.
I love how Boomich just had Rops distracted on the top of Tetris.
Man, yeah, that's one of those spots. You're like, do I have him trapped, or am I trapped in here with him? When Rob's on the other side, I'd feel a little bit trapped. He's so fast, he's so careful. Deadly combination. And also really well-timed lurk from him as he came out of Palace. They were just about to finish scaling, so they crossed triple. And somebody actually DM'd and asked me to explain what scaling is, because it's not talked about that much, but I'm sure a lot of people know. But basically, it just means getting across a part of a site or a part of mid, and it's kind of releasing from cover and getting to another piece of it. That is the act of scaling. When you go into matchmaking and all your teammates do an A-exec and everyone gets stuck at Tetris, that's because they couldn't scale. To give you a good example.
That's such a good example.
Everyone just sits at Tetris with their AKs out, blaming everybody else.
Bro, plant the bomb.
That's when they didn't scale.
Bro,
so that is the point of scaling.
Plant the bomb. I've got Tetris.
Okay, so you wonder what scaling is.
You try to plant 2 dudes peak ticket. You got 3 guys on Tetris. Why didn't you plant that bomb, Ed?
Why do they all sound like that? They sound exactly like that.
Yeah, it's just, it is. It is what it is. Sometimes it be like it is. And this one do be empty. Bomb site completely free. So after a bit of a ruse in that last one with CT players all around the A site, this one's given over for free. Make sure you don't feed that Mac-10 on Brokey. You know he's a hungry, growing boy, growing into his own and his form, and honestly, the star role of FaZe.
That's Bit's dream, is to grow up like Brokey. It's his 5-year plan.
I can't believe that answer. Bit, what do you plan on doing in the next 5 years? Grow up. Bit, what's your biggest accomplishment in real life?
Silly, silly, immature Bit says.
Feed my cats was his answer. Damn, bro.
He's got his priorities.
If the bar is that low, at least he's exceeded everything already.
No wonder he wasn't even nervous at the major. He didn't even want to win.
Yeah, right. All right, round 3, a technicality with such a limited buy. But Navi, time to play the CT side. Let's see it.
Does Kerrigan have 8 kills or 0?
Is that a question?
I actually can't see.
0.
Oh, man. I need glasses.
It's 3 rounds deep, though.
Yeah. Wow, that really looks like an 8. Okay. Ooh, we doing something fast?
Maybe. Ooh, a little run boost. Okay, Electronic with the AUG finds Rain. Twists will still catch Simple bottom mid, so little 1-on-1 back and forth, and Twists is going to have to pick Shrapnel from his perfectly coiffed hair.
That's a lurk. Hey, FaZe have what looks like to be 4... Oh, no. Electronic still here on stairs?
A question mark in this situation.
Yeah,
a thorn in their side, maybe.
They semi-cleared it. Will Rops consider that they can lurk through? I think they wait enough time that they do re-clear everything. So I don't think Electronic believes he has a free kill. But he still has an opportunity.
Oh, almost.
Ooh.
Almost. Bit, he's going to come up from the CT spawn, gets 1 off of the bomb site in Rops. And then Brokey's going to start firing back, but Bit takes to the top rope, drops an elbow onto Brokey, and a 2v2 is where we're left. Kerrigan.
Oh,
he senses he can pull this off with the Mac-10 up close.
That flash supported him. This missile smoke will come up, but there's going to be a player on either side of it.
Oh, he's right between
Brokey's coming late up the ramp, and Bit is not aware of it. Oh, he'll finally find him. Twist, can he get this? No, Bit picks up the last kill. They recover the spot. I can't believe it. 4v3, Navi win the rounds. And that was a position that FaZe almost had wrapped up.
Almost, right? Kerrigan, I feel like if he can just stick that Mac-10 up close into Bit, it's one thing, but Bit gets the better of him. Bit, I believe, 4 kills in this round. Everything after Electronic's opening coming by way of Bit. The first one when he arrives on Ticket, the close one versus Kerrigan, and the 1v1 v-twists. A quick answer from Bit, who entered the series as a question, gave us an exclamation on Overpass, but then also fell back into the doldrums of the bottom of the scoreboard on Dust 2. Now, 5-2 immediately from him, and a round-winning clutch to put Navi on the board with this CT side on Mirage. Op in the hands of Simple, op in the hands of Brokey. Those are the fireworks I want on this decider. But for now, we'll have to wait. Smoke shrouds the mid-window. Kerrigan, oh, he saw a little bit of skin, and Brokey activates, cutting down Electronic from inside connector. Simple's looking to answer, and sure enough, he does. Kerrigan gonna stay on that goose egg, 0-3.
No one there to take it back. And they can't actually squeeze for more space because they have nothing going on in the extremities. And Simple off of this will rotate quickly around.
So mobile.
So many pressure points on A. They'll re-smoke top con. Force a reaction out of the T's. Are they going to disrespect it? Or wait, Boomich floating across the site now. Strengthening the defense from the CT side. Clearing out the window. The smoke comes up soon.
Boomich feels like he's drawn between two different positions.
He actually made an interesting play here. You know, he could have sat on CT and watched this. But now he's got to play between two spots, and he ends up dying.
Does half damage to both Rain and Rop's. Bit playmaker position, insta headshot into Rain. Feels the pressure. Broky's gonna take down his rotate, but we still have Perfecto trying to come over as Rops will get the better of him.
Wow.
3 health, only 3 health there for Rops. As 3 survive for FaZe, and they take the round win right back 4-1 early.
Man, we switch over from Dust 2. We're seeing just a lot of impact already out of Rops with these frags, and Broky off screen is getting these mid-round trades on other parts of the map. I think he started with the opening as well. Bit tries to put up a defense. And yeah, in this position, I'd say the weird move of the round is Boomich to try to go to jungle. At first I thought, okay, this is a natural play to make. And then the more you looked at it, you know, his attention is split between 2 spots. A lot of players who play jungle say it's probably the hardest spot to play when the Ts have mid control. And Boomich does end up dying in that position.
Poor Perfecto, dude. He's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Fire on his feet. And as he peeks, it's 3 Ts from FaZe to ensure his demise. Broky's gonna be left here. Don't jump, Bit. Don't do it.
He's so tall, if he uncrouches, he'll probably be spotted.
Ooh, it's close. I just want to see it for the sake of it, just to assess how sharp Broky's gonna be. Unfortunately,
there you go.
Bit will be chased out of the corner and dealt with. So 5 players up in a 5-1 start for FaZe. I mean, if you guys are just joining us from the mainstream, this series started with a 6-0 lead from FaZe on the T side of Overpass. It looked like they were just going to dominate, and yet, of course, Navi brought it back. So we sit here with tempered expectations, but it is still a notable start, 5-1.
Again, my fear for Navi is simple. Looks like he's on form, but that's just about it. It was great on Overpass, but there's been a lot of players making mistakes, looking a little bit off their game. And I see about 3 players from FaZe that look incredibly promising already.
But a missed shot from Simple. That's going to open a little bit of spacing for Kerrigan. Twist falls back as Simple's taken down to 30 health, but he still extends.
Yeah.
Trying to do something while he can.
Yeah. This puffed out smoke in front of Connector opens up an angle that allows you to spot into Underpass and get back safely. That time runs out. Broky, he's been really fast today. Electronic in front of his scope. He's waiting for the push, of course. But will he extend one further? Broky looking to throw a Molotov. Electronic right onto his position.
Ooh, but he finds just that little bit of safety net here. Fire all around him.
But now, look, we've got no one inside the window. Connector control is getting pressured, and Broky is also getting this kill on top of Halls. A site, will it collapse? Not if Simple has something to say about it.
Oh, quick answer. Now Boomich. Oh, nice. Snaps that A1S into the head of Kerrigan. 2 players off at the top of Con. Broky and Rain in the 2v4, but fire on Boomich's feet. He activates Peek from Simple. Denies that bomb.
What a trade.
But Broky in the clutch. This is where all eyes fall on him.
That's one spotted. Flash to CT to try to draw, rotate out, and they will walk into it.
Like it, but
Simple's too fast.
Too sharp.
He's everywhere.
Little HP from the start of it. Think about how desperate he looked when he went for that underpass play at the beginning of the round. And yet here we are at the very end with Simple still standing on top of it.
Yeah, and man, even coming back from CT to grab that one trade. Just as a late insurance policy, there was going to be no hope for FaZe Clan was the key play. And you better believe that Simple, if there's anybody in the world, can make up for everybody's shortcomings if he needs to. I don't think that's even going to be the case. So with that in mind, you got to believe Navi have a chance, but coming off of Overpass, he's already shown us some magic. FaZe will have to work hard for this one. Up 5-2, but not out of the woods.
Full-blown flake. Full-blown fake. A covered in smoke grenades. Electronic comes out from the corner. Shoves Rain into the side of Connector, and Kerrigan can't pick up that piece because he's smoked off entirely. But he will still have a smoke to throw into the window. And that does create uncertainty for both Electronic and Simple. Trying to play from jungle, waiting in anticipation for somebody to jump through, but that does not look likely. Bomb starting to work its way slowly towards A. Or not.
Rops has had a lot of autonomy when it comes to his lurks out of Palace and the A ramp. He has to be careful. He knows he can get opt on any peak, and we don't know if he got spotted here. Now FaZe will attempt to scale the site. They do not have any utility to go A.
Nothing.
This does not look like a great idea. They'll rely on kills to help them get across. Karrigan, can he find that opening?
He's giving a little bit of space here from Cat. Electronic gets the headshot to Robs. Bit will not catch Karrigan just yet, and maybe that's going to be the end of Simple. No, Bit, that internal timing, it clicks. And so does he. Into the spine of Karrigan, he sprays. Simple and, Twist and Brokey, they have no opening here. They have no real way of getting onto that bomb site. An inability to scale.
No, yeah, oh, listen, the A site, if you don't have 2 or more smokes, you basically have no chance to plant. And the one way back into the round is if Karrigan was able to find somebody holding Cat, because then they could plant on the opposite side of triple. They could plant opposite default, that they could have 2 on A watching CT, something like that. They at least had an op, but very ambitious, to say the least. And Navi immediately showed us why. They didn't even have an incendiary Molotov to get our player out of CT spawn to back him up to try to go for a trade.
Maybe it's a good thing FaZe got 5 early, because now Navi starting to warm up. And I feel like a lot of it just hinging on the confidence of Simple. Oh, but he misses his chance at taking down an early 5v4.
I'll give him that.
One of the pistol players in Rain. The rest of FaZe grouping themselves outside of this A site. There's nobody on Catwalk. Despite Rain's best efforts to make contact somewhere in mid, there's nothing here. Instead, we get this forward position from Electronic. Boomich just beside him, so 2 guys just on the cusp of Palace. Twists, clean headshot, and Simple took off ticket, but Electronic, this is his chance. He gets himself just the one. Rob's barely alive. And FaZe, with the bare bones buy, have put themselves in a winnable position, but Bit almost. Rops, again, so low, and yet still so able-bodied.
Yeah.
Checks Bit.
Damn, nasty from Ross, denying the trade from Electronic too.
Huge.
Insane, and that's a more classic FaZe call. Karrigan, honestly, at their worst, they overplay that. They try the A-Ram scrim outs way too often, and this position, you know, the guy under balcony, sitting over top of the bricks, he's waiting for someone to walk out. He wants to try to take that duel, but Twist got far enough out under his watch that he caught him off guard, and this is all FaZe needed to get back into the game. And that's also the strength of Karrigan. You know, you can't help but be nervous at all sections of the round because you don't know if someone's going to push through a smoke or lurk out really quickly. And credit to FaZe, man. I feel like they've cleaned up a lot in the past couple months in that regard. Not looking too scrimmy, but still holding it over their opponents. You know, it's kind of like with Gambit. Default, all of a sudden run out A-ramp, you know. Same energy.
Well, it's got to be a good energy at the moment.
It's always nice to win like that, too. You don't fall back on grenades. Entire site collapses simply because they got one in the setup before anyone else could react. No counter utility even possible to be thrown. And from here, it's easy.
Simple was dead on arrival the moment he came around the corner at ticket booth.
Perfecto's got some lint in the pockets. Bit will pick up his armor and maybe can get an M4 if you'd like to sacrifice on utility, but they'll have to make some concessions.
No, they're buying.
Yeah, they just won't get everything that they want.
What do they come short of?
Probably just a couple of grenades. I don't know if Boomich, he's got an AUG. Okay, they've got the rifles they need. They just have Simple without grenades. It's not too bad.
One kit, and that one belongs to Perfecto. Whoa, double drop down into the underpass. A quick attempt here from Simple. He's got no grenades, so why not just go full guns blazing? I thought Rops was going to peek into that.
Yeah.
They're setting up utility. Imagine if Simple walks up here. Imagine if this goes unchecked. I mean, he sees that their hands are busy. He attacks Brokey as he... Oh, and he stops the bomb. Perfecto with a double, and this is flawless from Navi.
Yeah, that's insane. Simple tucked into that corner so far that even Rops let him go.
Bro, he bends that bullet into the apartments to shave off Rops, and it felt like that was going to be the biggest problem for FaZe, but Perfecto also delivers well enough They tried to get out onto the B site, and they find zero footing. That is a brick wall that FaZe have just smashed their face against.
That's not bad.
Rain's gonna answer here with at least the frag versus Boomich. Remember, he's on half health. Blind moves, not bad.
No problem.
The blind man dances. But Simple hits that gap shot, and Navi, they're gonna take their fourth. They had to win that with the investment behind it. I love that Simple just feels so much more unleashed, knowing that all he's playing with is the rifle.
And they got to the left side of window. They maintained some semblance of mid control. They probably had an evacuation route ready for Simple as well, in case the commitment didn't work out. But it was just the tuck, the real patience in the corner. And Rops didn't go deep enough on that spot. Wow, nasty last shot as well. And yeah, he's hit it, man.
Yeah.
He's hitting, no questions.
But like you said, if somebody's willing to pick up all the slack. Boomich gonna drop utility here. This is desperate, 3 pistol players. Oh, massacred on the exit of the A-ramp. Nothing but Rops' Deagle here to answer, and he gets ripped by Bit, who just pushes through smoke. No respect, no chance.
Just like that, Navi back in the game, you know, almost tied up here after a really, really slow beginning to Mirage. And the money is just no good.
It's non-existent.
FaZe, 3 rounds coming out A-ramp fast. First one goes beautifully, second 2, not so much.
Still anybody's lead to take here, round 12. FaZe on the back foot. At an insurmountable gap in terms of the buy.
They felt at odds with the idea of slowing it down, taking over mid-control. They're, again, trying to go back to that same quick success. Being unpredictable. If anyone comes out of the wall, they're getting knifed for sure.
Yeah, right. It's just really focused. And really sharp as Simple.
Maybe don't feed him.
Don't feed the animals. This beast is well fed, but Rops pops the head of Boomich.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. Bit standing on the posts of Catwalk. Poor Kerrigan getting bullied right now. And what's left to really do? Brokey glocking a bomb in apartments. Rob's probably feeling inspired with that first shot. It doesn't look like anybody's going to overface him. There's actually a chance for him to walk up Catwalk and hit this player in the corner in Bit. There's nobody on A trying to keep eyes on the gap. There's nobody in window to screw him over.
And the bomb will join them if they get it.
Yeah. You kill Bit, you've got a chance. A small one, but a chance. Alternatively, Bit easily shuts down these 2 Ts. First one down, second follows right thereafter. Brokey desperate for the bomb plant, runs in, and it's denied. So, no. Shutout is FaZe, and tied up is Navi. 6 rounds apiece.
Yeah, it's great that we get this on basically all the maps. One really, really close half. Comeback required. This has got to be pretty intense, you know? You skip quarters, that's where half the teams go out in playoffs. One step closer to winning one of the flagship lands of the year.
And a notch in the belt for the Intel Grand Slam. Ooh. Trading shots and glances, but Brokey bests Boomich. Oh, there's not much on this A side either, dude.
They can even slow it
Simple
down in front of connector, actually. If they can slow it down in front of connector and just work on the A site with this frag, Electronic will make some presence to try to draw someone into Simple, and it won't work out. Simple will end up turning back, getting a kill, but leaving Bit alone.
1v3. Oh, nice. He stops the bomb.
14-5 is Bit.
He's got a chance for the reload, a frag and a flash, and 2 more players to take, but Kerrigan hasn't offered us too much. Frag goes deep towards stairs. Kerrigan, he's going to be busy with that bomb plant. Bit looking to find the other fight, and Rain's going to end it to put FaZe back in the lead.
Wow.
It felt to me like Simple, when side of connector, just all the pieces around him starting to fall.
Yeah, it's the A site player as well. They rested on him so heavily while they were sitting in front of stairs, you know, because you don't know with Kerrigan. It's so sporadic sometimes if they're just going to burst across the site or chill, but you don't have a rotation out. If you try to go towards jungle, they could catch you on the cross if they're already taking default. Look at Brokey jumping stairs in the spot to take out both players inside connector. So yeah, Simple gets one frag, but they knew they had to fight from that position, and there was already one at the bottom of the connector as well. Down mid is, wow, Kerrigan quickly, and Bit puts up his 15 frag.
Which delivers as well, playing off the bricks. There's the hit from Catwalk. Bit just locks into the corner. Man advantage, and it's made worse as Boomich gets another couple headshots. A boulder inside that A site. Locked out was FaZe, and this game remains as close as humanly possible.
Yeah, it feels like it's already just about the second half. At this point, FaZe are just running it down every single time. They get the 50-50 duel, then they'll take it. But right now, Kerrigan's 1-9. They haven't had much success there. Maybe they should be grateful to have the 7 rounds they do already. Navi look a lot more comfortable.
Bit shaking off any questions with this third map. 16-6. Simple is right-hand man at 12-7. One round left to decide the lead going into the second half. Simple stuck behind this piece of cover. He hit that shot and gets the assist. Then Electronic comes in from mid, denying any other pressure. FaZe thought maybe they'd have those players pinned against the bottom of mid, but no. Cover in abundance. And the final chance at an 8th T round will wane. FaZe falling victim to Navi by the looks of things. Simple gonna keep things as sharp as ever, just so that FaZe don't think that they have any type of chance. Brokey, nice 2 kills, but what about a third? He's right there on the bottom of connector. It's as simple as a single shot. Oh, and the 4th and 5th, no, that's where this one falls. One final attempt there from Brokey, but one final victory for Navi. A final half in the group stage of Katowice 2022. A 4th place at the least on the line. Mirage still not separating these two teams as Gambit watch intently. The loser of this next half goes down to that quarterfinal to face them in the Spodek. The winner will sit comfortably in the semis. And I think that there's a little bit of respect here on the line. FaZe in 2021 only won 2 maps across 6 best of 3s. In this head-to-head, Navi are the kings. In this next half, they need to prove it.
And the loser plays against who?
The loser plays against Gambit.
Gambit.
Wow.
That's not going to be fun. So just to think about that for a second, there is something very serious here to play for. Apart from just the prestige or just proof for Navi that they are the better team. Electronic already picks up 2 frags in this pistol round. We had a good start from FaZe. Must be the first time they split pistols in this series. Smoke comes down top to connector, and all of the pieces start to fall in place. Kerrigan will have the pressure now put on him. And he doesn't get his kill, but he has some utility to fall back upon.
Oh, Twists kills Simple. He's got backs turned, but Electronic trying to find him inside the smoke. They've lost each other.
Oh, and the bomb can still connect its way out to B. Will this kill go his way? No. Boomich grabs it. Grain gets the bomb. He's in position to defend it, but he'll have to fight.
This is wild. We've got fights on multiple fronts. We've got the cat push looking for contact. Rain's going to evacuate the bomb. by going underpass. The Cat player needs to get eyes on the B site because that's the only place that Navi really looked to go.
And Kerrigan aims to delay as long as possible. Kerrigan, he's spotting in this position, but he is going to play way back. And he misses one shot, a couple more go dry. They're all over. Are FaZe going to be able to pull off this retake?
Looks tough. Rain dead to rights. Kerrigan gonna need a world of impact in this clutch. He's got a player up close in Boomich. He knows the one's back on bench, but Boomich ends it as quick as can be to take his 12th kill and give Navi 9.
Oh man, that's the decision. I mean, will Rain have to think about that? He decided to go for the long play. They could have gone slower and hit the site later, or even taken the bomb all the way back to the other side of the map. And he was too worried about the different flanks that could come in, and Kerrigan was not with him in that spot to guarantee no one wasn't coming out of a position. So there was just so much to calculate. Kerrigan missed a couple of opportunities as well, and they got that bomb planted. So yeah, they do split pistols, but this means Navi are 2 rounds in the lead with a really good chance to convert. FaZe trying to stand against all the statistics in their head-to-head. I think it's been clear if you've been following the series with us that there is a good chance to do it.
They move away. Perfecto almost putting his head in the crosshair of Rain. That Deagle looking hungry. Got 4 players about to commit into the A site. Rain posted here with Kerrigan on the scout. Oh, but the Deagle, that's instantaneous.
That's with Palace control and a scout staring down a ramp.
Plus the Molotov that lands on the ramp, it completely counters Navi's ability to try and trade quickly. Listen, they've got time. They've got misdirection. They've got other options. But now Rain's on an MP7, armored.
I don't care. I'd rather be the CTs in this spot. Look at the freedom of rotations. As they go back to smoke mid, 45 seconds. They were about to make a decision. Now they have to change it completely. Top con smoke coming in.
CT smoke catwalk, that makes things difficult as well. Navi, every time they think that they've got a plan to move towards, it's the utility of FaZe that looks to make the difference. If Twist can just rock their world, this would be the time to do it, but they boost. And that's at least a little more information. 2 of the 4 confirmed towards mid. Robs waits in the ladder room. He gets 2 kills as he shakes Boomis off the back, a 3rd to the face of Perfecto. Deagles are deadly, and FaZe are fantastic on these types of crazy rounds. They haven't lost a player. And Bit, he dies to the flank of Rain.
Oh my god.
5 alive and 5 down for Navi.
Is there a chance? That is insane. It all comes down to that first frag from Rain to completely change the itinerary from Navi, who went back off the A ramp, back to mid control, and threw their last bit of utility at a last-ditch effort to get into the B site.
Oh.
All to run into Rops, and then Twist, who showed himself first, another guy in the B site.
Simple gets flattened.
And that gets orchestrated so well from the CT side. Money changes hands, and maybe a lead soon as well.
As nice as those kills are, you know, in terms of just the headshot mechanics, I love the utility decisions there from FaZe as well. The one incendiary top ramp, the one smoke on Cat, that was instrumental. And now Navi have to play off the back with even less. FaZe looking for an early tie at 9 each. Kerrigan missed shot, but at least he confirms there's presence here from Navi. Rain gets the better of Simple, the A site looking strong. And the bomb looking indecisive. It's being given a little bit of room to work with. Looks like multiple points. Oh, that's nasty.
Just a reaction shot off of that flash.
Oh, poor
and then
Boomich.
Everybody falls like a house of cards. Deagle coming up into connector.
Poor Boomich. Tech9 swap here for Electronic. Not going to happen. That's back-to-back rounds with 5 standing for FaZe. Talk about an injection of cash. A strong economy for the CT start. And the last thing that Navi need is a strong start from FaZe, because that strong start on Overpass is why they couldn't edge out the win.
Yeah.
The strong start at the start of Mirage is also why FaZe are this close.
And this was the story again of one team winning both pistols on 2 maps. This time they split, but this time they get ecoed.
And still Navi are not back on full force.
Not at all.
1 Deagle for Simple, 4 Glocks surround him. The winner of this one to the double digits.
Full mid control with a pincer coming in from 2 choke points, but CT's both in incredibly powerful positions.
Run boost screws things over though. Perfecto, Glock kill, Simple with the deagle. It's at least 2 frags and an AK pickup. But aim punch too much, Rain ends it, FaZe fine 10.
Yeah, now they can set up however they like. Navi, will they go with something quick, or are they going to slowly try to clamp down on mid control? If the CTs go out for it in the beginning of the round, they will, have a small advantage just for a few seconds, but the T's try to wait them out, play it slowly, they can eventually win it. And I feel like from Navi, we've seen more of an inclination to work those slow rounds throughout the beginning of a half than we have from FaZe, who don't seem to like to keep the pressure on in that regard. Instead, just lay it on really quickly. Oh, and Electronic, he does bust out one in the middle, and we had an op trained on him for just a second, but he just gets under the smoke, and now it looks like Rain is up to bat again.
Smoke's gonna help him, but Twist.
Oh my God, Twist. Boomich has no idea. Twist has no idea Boomich is right here.
What? Rain, still a chance. He dives back down beneath the palace and gets wrecked by Simple through that wall. Kerrigan's gonna find his second kill. Bit headshot into Rops, and that feels like the end of this. Kerrigan runs outwards.
Oh.
Clean one versus Simple. Puts out the fire to open some
They didn't get the bomb, and that's the player who was on the A site. Kerrigan has a 1v1 in connector, and he wins it. It's a reset of the situation. 1 minute left, and Perfecto is shaking his head, wishing he had a teammate alive to make sure he doesn't get outred. Kerrigan can either pick to stay here or go back, and it looks like he's made the correct decision, but he's going to be a few seconds slow. There's a chance if he walks out, Perfecto won't have a clean pant, and he has just made it past the window. Smoke comes in. Perfecto still hasn't put the bomb down.
40 seconds. Kerrigan, does he play the faster hand? Perfecto looks like he kind of wants to wait. Kerrigan, I mean, he has been absent this entire map. This entire map, he's absent, but then he plays the masterclass. The teacher in Kerrigan with the 1v3.
2 kills in the first half and a 1v3 in the second. FaZe were going to be left confused in the worst mood ever after losing this round. Getting blown apart by Electronic in middle by himself. Then Twist getting flanked from Boomich inside of connector. Everything went wrong. And then Captain Kerrigan comes through and pulls something from nothing. And FaZe maintain a lead and keep a meter stick between them and Navi, and have them in a buy save situation with no op.
Oh, that could be one to remember. The troops fired up off the back of it. Utility, almost nothing. Navi 3 smokes, Molotov. Rain looking for some kind of contact. Bit moving around loudly. Twist will hear this. And he was so caught off by that Boomich play inside of connector last round.
Wouldn't bet on it happening twice. Rops now in Rain's position, waiting to pull the pin on this play. The waterfall out of halls. Boomich isn't going to sneak into the window just yet. There's been too much attention drawn over here. The CTs don't look totally prepared for this attack. It could come down to Rops. What's his awareness going to be like? And will his teammates be able to fend off connector so he can stand here? If they die, his spot is compromised. Nades will start coming out.
Twist walks in beneath him. Oh, Rops runs in. There's no way. Oh, he does?
How?
He expects the second, drops the bomb, and takes the wind out of the sails of Navi. Simple's gonna answer. 35 seconds for them to somehow clamber back into this.
How are they gonna get to Palace to get the bomb back?
It feels impossible, especially with Brokey breathing fire down their back. They seem so stranded, but Boomich still has a chance. He's coming around with the CT spawn, and he too gets canceled. FaZe to the 3-round lead.
And Rops, that's why they picked him up, to do things that no one else can do. That's actually insane. The second player had such a big edge to take that fight however he wanted to. Rops was the insecure one, didn't even realize it walking into halls. And there was such a big displacement between that first player and the second. How could he even predict there'd be someone else here? Oh, Perfecto. On the swing ties, that's nuts.
Slides right into his own death.
A 2-round lead becomes 3, plus another save for Navi.
They fall back on the worser guns. They've at least got armor, they've at least got pistols, and we know they have the individual talent, but this, that right there, that's the crack of the whip to kick it off. An AK retrieved for Boomich, and he puts it immediately into the hands of Electronic. No round is free in this match. Twists opts not to take a risk by peeking in through middle. We've got 4 players looking to join forces inside of the apartments for Navi, and Brokey is about to be tested. He is so smooth with some of this positioning on side of the B site, and Kerrigan, well, can he deliver something impactful? He turns onto Boomich, but there's 2 immediate kills from Navi. They crack into the B site, and we've got a double man advantage being held onto in the post.
That's do it. They pull off the scaling. They take the opera out.
That's it, the save.
CTs have to save it. Navi just like that.
Oh, a lifeline.
That's insane. They got the 1D on Brokey as well. Kerrigan at least picks off Cat and then dies right thereafter. Navi with no utility break into the B site. FaZe will be kicking themselves. They already gave up a position like this in the past.
Brokey falls empty-handed. Kerrigan even cut off the Cat player. All they needed to do was lock in apartments, and they can't.
They didn't put a significant amount of pressure on that window. Let them get out. And then when they get out is when you start having to recede to safer spots. And your angles lessen, and their confidence grows, and they will eventually crush you. And that's Navi not even fully investing. Saving for this round. BlazeClan will buy back, and we haven't had Simple on an op in 3 to 4 rounds now because of this buy save cycle that FaZe had put them on. But the curse has been lifted. The op has been purchased, and it all kicks off with 1 pistol kill to make it a 5v4, just like FaZe was able to do with Rain.
Double ops. Listen, we saw the prowess of the double ops on Dust 2. Rops looked awesome on the AWP.
They made Rops look like he was a primary op on Dust 2 as opposed to the hybrid. With the amount of preparation they put into it, you have to wonder what they've done on Mirage as well. I can't remember the last time he's opt on Mirage. Dust 2, we've seen a few times.
What could they possibly have up their sleeve?
He's talked on Palace right now, and once again can push through if they come up connector behind him. A little bit weak in the back line, and window great has been broken open. But speaking of broken, Brokey's here with an op to defend it. So funnily enough, it's not an op over on B.
Maybe that opens them up to play a more aggressive stance, push a little closer. Twist will be left perched. Kerrigan falls back somewhat.
Okay. What do we know when there's 2 ops? Any full execute will feel especially dangerous. So they've got to double down on the site defense to try to stop this split. This could be a great call from Navi. They're working on Cat right now. Tons of pressure on these 2 riflers, and those ops are not going to be able to make it back into the site if everything gets smoked out.
Which is inside of the ladder room. Not yet a piece of this execute, and the smoke is not yet thrown. Twist, the utility coming over top. It's his chance to shine. A little bit of damage. Double from Twist. He loses Kerrigan, a 3rd and 4th. The Magician sprinkles a magic trick to the B site, and we find Navi stranded on the opposite side of the map. Bits got nothing to offer. Twist just did it all. The contrast in rounds back to back. What is that from Twist?
That's unbelievable, man. That's unbelievable. Twist, top performer for FaZe coming into this series on top of 10 maps. The only one in the top 10 players right now from this event. The most consistent feature of the team. The Canadian.
The only North American still standing. The way he shaved Simple off of that, the 3rd kill and the snap to Perfecto.
And this could have been a beautiful call from Navi. They didn't know about the 2 ops in this spot, but there was no way that Navi were going to be able to get back in, or sorry, that FaZe were going to be able to get back into the site if those 2 riflers had fallen. But they put the pressure on the right players. The responsibility on Twist there.
Huge. So much pressure. And on that round, he delivers. You mentioned it, right? Going head-to-head with Brokey, trying to fight for that top rating within FaZe's clan. And they still don't know about this secondary op. Oh, he misses his shot and twists. He's got Perfecto right up close on the other end of this smoke. Look at the connector control here from Navi.
They're re-smoking it, but Navi are starting to come through. And Rain,
double kill.
He's just putting headshots in. Perfecto, that's quick.
Rob's trying to turn his head around. Brokey, the second op in the mix of that A site. Simple in a 1v4. FaZe on a 14th round win. They've just got to finish off Simple. He's down to a 20 points of health. Oh my goodness. This is one of those wild moments. Look at the CT runs for his life because he remembers who the hell he is up against. A 1v4 with bare bones in terms of HP.
He's got nowhere to run to because he knows they have him surrounded. So will he just fight forward? 20 seconds up.
There's only 2 players
the
here.
The bomb could get picked up. You say only 2. 7 HP. And he'll try to escape, but there isn't a way to get into the B site in this position. They've actually pushed. Okay, wait, hold on a second.
They're
going to come back, and this just has to be watched. So they can swing on him, and he'll eventually die. Tries to get a plant, but it won't even come. Careful to do so. Leave it to Simple to find a way back into that. I don't even know.
Somehow
I didn't even realize
a play.
There was a real chance, but okay. Wow, man. I mean, FaZe, they're just...
That's 14.
They can reach for it. I mean, it's there. It's their game to drop at this point. Navi had a couple of good calls. The individuals have showed up for FaZe when it mattered the most. There's no reason that Navi still can't come back into this game, but right now, FaZe are showing us all the right criteria. And of course, Rops, he's the new guy. If there is a reason that they didn't win in those 6 series throughout 2021, and then you put in Rops and he's top fragging on the decider map, then things start to make a bit more sense. He's the new 5th.
He was always supposed to be the final piece. When Kerrigan came to FaZe, he told them, this is the guy I want, and oh, how they've waited. And maybe this is the payoff. And we're not just talking about a full-force FaZe. We're talking about a FaZe and a team that has had to survive some very awkward situations this week. A rotating, revolving door of players. JKS in his interview said he didn't want to be the reason that this team missed out on the stadium. Well, he did his job. And now Rops shows up to do it even better. 2 AK-47s between Bit and Electronic. Utility mixed within it. And Brokey just playing for the information. You'll see that little bit of movement. And now, with an expectant sharpness, he is so ready for this peak up front. More numbers confirmed, but Bit in the meantime takes down Twist towards mid. This makes things a little bit awkward for Kerrigan. He can offer no help to Brokey, but maybe Brokey doesn't need it.
And Kerrigan wins his duel. He can come back in to support this op.
Last time this exact B setup crumbled. Now Brokey stands tall. He just got himself a second and a third, but Bit looks to lock this in. Brokey gets hit in the meantime. Another op firing off. Bit, he is stuck between 2 snipers, but he's gonna take down that first one and jump away from the second. Rain is on his back, but Bit pushes past. 21 kills already. We talked about the last piece of the puzzle. Well, this one gets shattered because Rain splatters the final player from Navi and gives FaZe 15. 5 map and match points.
Wow. This will be a reference game for the new FaZe clan. If they're able to finally close this, what a result it would be. And then there's still playoffs. Another solid B-site defense, and Brokey, again, he's just one of 2 incredibly impactful operators at the moment. Navi just gonna have to work hella hard for this one. We saw the opening kill go their way last round. This time it goes back.
It wants to go fast. Rain pushes him backwards, but Perfecto through the smoke is still good enough. And Electronic, he jumps down to the site. Simple gets Kerrigan. Man advantage for Navi. They will not go down without a fight. Brokey exits from connector looking for the kill, but nice cross. Electronic goes back at it. Blinded was Brokey. And now it falls on Rops. You want to show us your value? Now's your chance. He stops the bomb carrier at the very least, and he would have known that Electronic crossed over, but the mid-fight, that's where Simple stops him. And 11th for Navi, and 4 more to go.
That's Simple with 4 HP. He misses that shot. He is dead. He's dead meat. Rops isn't going to. 4 rounds to bring it back. It's time to wiggle in, get comfortable, get focused. So the money's in their hands now. They're able to find those trades. Boomich and Bit taking turns getting entries. These opening kills will catch up with FaZe. Rob's now gonna make presence inside the ladder room early. Stop any fast play towards Cat. I'll get some info for what it's worth. Keeping the util high here. Resmoke on the window. You can see the end game is still A. Getting Bit back up into this position. Very counterable by Robs. When this smoke comes up, it could come down to reaction time.
Bit's gonna get him.
Bit does it.
Brokey's more worried about Palace. This is gonna open up the jungle cross. Rain, it's his chance to shine, but he also falls with nothing.
Oh, they're out. They're shoved out.
They need to save.
They need to walk it back and do it quietly, because FaZe have to run away, and Navi now have some money to go with.
You just hope that you don't make eye contact with Navi as they take over that A site.
Okay.
Cross your fingers, you can save.
Man, Rain has 20, but is that a shaky spray in a couple of these situations in these last rounds? Navi grabbed 12. Huge amount of pressure there between Robs and Bit inside the window, ladder room. Again, if there's one thing that's hallmark to the Navi era, this major, the last 6 months, the dominance, the only asterisk is that a lot of their wins have been close ones.
Cleared.
They've been able to make comebacks. FaZe have no money after that.
All three.
Just right before the round ends.
Oh, they thought they were going to have a chance in this next one. They thought maybe Navi would let them get away with it, but no, sir. Not only cutting that lead down to 3 rounds, but bottoming out FaZe. Say it, Launders.
They've won with less.
They've won with the exact same.
I was looking for anything here. They have literally nothing again. I mean, that's their good luck charm as they run out middle.
Yeah, it doesn't work twice. This time, how it should have gone the first time.
All right. Hey, and this is where I say it would be round 30 without FaZe, right?
Let's go.
Round 29 comes up. Navi will have to work for it. Investment comes in. The full save means the ops coming into play, enough nades.
This game very much alive. Just like that first half, fast start from FaZe, and Navi always struggling. Fighting tooth and nail for every single one of these closing rounds. It's 3 in a row at the moment.
Sending Rain on the search. What kind of route? They're taking a risk on both places. No, ready almost to create a 4v4. No, wait, they lose both positions. That's A ramp and Palace gone. And we saw what happened when they saved last time. I mean, they weren't even able to keep their guns. No way Navi are coming back into the game this way. Are FaZe going to attempt anything?
FaZe, they just don't seem to have the stomach to end the suffering of what was a wounded Navi, but you give them enough time, they're going to gain some strength. Just
a few rounds ago, Perfecto had something like 6, 7 kills. So now 3 critical ones later, and Navi are about to take it to round 30. I mean, seriously, FaZe are not even attempting to find a kill. And after what we saw last time, Navi can dedicate all their resources to hunting here.
100%.
They can buy no matter what next round, and they know FaZe are doing the exact same thing.
No, this fight not nearly over. It simply begins with this bomb plant. And unlike last round, now FaZe have to hang on. They need these weapons.
I think it's going to be a B-Apps hold-up this time. It's inside the B site. I've never analyzed an exit so closely in my entire life, but it actually matters so much. There are mind games going on.
Bomb at the halfway point.
They might be too slow, honestly, with this route, because they thought it was going to be a B-Apps hold.
Could definitely still just give it that little bit of an edge that FaZe so desperately need, and there's not even any marketplace player coming.
Yeah, they might be able to turn the corner on one fight here. It'll take a lot, but anyone who goes down will be huge.
FaZe hold their breath. Points right here, right now. None of these kills really matter. Oh,
they
nice.
Survive. Wow.
That is what FaZe needed.
Yeah.
The damage does not matter to Navi. They are fine. Rebuy, simplified. And FaZe, it comes down to the final round, the 30th of map 3.
And both teams will be full strength.
This is
incredible.
Exactly where we want it.
Incredible.
Individual stars of Brokey, Rain, and Rops. That's the 3 key pieces to the FaZe clan right now. Contact top mid, nothing too much. See? Oh, Simple
God.
Waits around, and imagine if he's rewarded for that
jump
decision.
Spot was any more lazy, he was dead.
He almost had that timing to a T.
Took some damage for the risk, but it doesn't matter as much with him on the op. Op shot goes off.
Felt well worth it. Last round, we had that solo walk into the palace and the ramp. 2 limp attempts from FaZe to try and make something happen, and I have a feeling that they're not just going to try something as audacious. They've still got utility to play with as a team.
Rob's locking down this connector side with his M4.
Brokey, can he deliver?
With this palace presence, Brokey can have an open line into connector. Just comes down to who will peek first, and will he get flashed off his spots?
It's got to be quick kills.
Exec is coming in.
Little reposition pays off. Brokey trying to support his teammate here, Rain. He's got damage exchanged. He falls back downwards, but now it needs to be Rain in terms of this A defense. Boomich is barely standing. Twist is trying to find his opening, and Rain goes outwards to take one with him. Kerrigan's dead. Boomich should be next. Twist, he has this locked in. We saw a phenomenal 4K over towards that B site, but now it's a 1v3 needed. He watched Kerrigan do this exact same thing, but who left on the side of Navi other than Simple and Electronic?
Oh, he's going for the long play. No utility in this position, and he'll run it around. Hope to catch someone off guard. Simple moves forward a little bit. Now he can turn his attention back, make a connection with his teammate.
No kit.
It feels like OT is coming.
Flash over the top. Twist trying to orchestrate something, gets damaged at a distance, and that's where Simple ends this. It is overtime needed. Oh, it's so close every time, and we had 2 awesome maps, but now, well, now you'll have to wait for this action to continue. Overtime in the final map of group stage here.
So when I went and found myself, the ones who told me back then, be true to who I am, ain't think we was really gonna win. Now they watching us from the sidelines while we trying to victories like we in high tides. I'm getting my prize, only thing my eyes is locked in on, $500,000 mine. I want it right now, don't waste my time. Family in a penthouse with a view sky high. Blood, sweat, and tears bring water to my eyes, cause the whole gang winning. I done gave my life, odds low, but we did it, ain't we? And we always moving, never on the same thing. Now I
down to this semi-final spot. I mean, if FaZe win this match, they beat Navi on land.
They leapfrog their way to a 4th place at the very least. The Robson Brokey double op show. $12,500 in overtime. Oh, and the timing. That's Boomich battering Robs. Twist can't get the trade, and he just falls down into the alligator pit. Electronic finds him, and we've got Navi succeeding. In the very first 30 seconds of overtime, Kerrigan feels the heat of the apartment's push. Boomich has not been able to find him.
He doesn't know just yet, but they could still be aware of it. He just doesn't want to pass the window. So that doesn't mean his team aren't prepared. Now, if Kerrigan stays alive, they might jump through the window unsuspecting. Brokey's coming through. Boomich will take him out, and they've ISO'd Kerrigan. Are they aware of this? Will they clear it well?
Yes,
Chance for him to get a kill. He gets Goomba stomped. 1 left alive in Rain, and the easiest round so far that we've seen from FaZe.
Dude, that felt so incredibly simple.
So many things went perfectly on that jump out into middle. Robs is holding the cat push, and then switches attention back to the top of mid, and Navi's little trick there to come through on that timing was enough. Then after Twist got displaced, he was relying on Robs. Robs was relying on him. And then he fell into middle, and the best they got was a bunch of damage on electronic.
Twist too slick. Slides right off of Cat into the bottom of middle. Dead. Boomich just finding that cross. Brokey kind of loses attention for just a second, and that is his fatality.
That's the kind of crafty call in overtime that makes Navi who they are too. Showing a little bit of depth in their playbook. It's a little bit of Kerrigan, honestly.
They got away with everything they could have hoped for.
One hell of a streak here already on T side coming into OT. FaZe just need to slow it down. I mean, just to switch over, they would feel fine with that.
Gotta somehow stop them. Stun them, stump them. Something. Two players quickly to the bottom of connector. Rop's looking for a good angle.
Oh my God, no way.
So close.
Misses them on the smallest timing once again. We've seen this exact position play out. And noise is made. Rain also gets his opening kill. And Rop's might be offered too. Yeah, he gets it.
3 kills immediate for FaZe. And now Rop's just gonna try to keep himself alive. How can Electronic claw back this situation? It's dire for Navi. Rain, oh, another! Between him and Rop's, it is just a shutdown in the second of OT. Just as quickly as Navi take the first, it's FaZe to find the second.
And we continue to be competitive coming out of overtime, and that is FaZe finally ending the streak in the first 3 rounds of OT. Now there's one more to go. One more CT round to see if it was nerves keeping them out of ending in regulation. But not only would it prove that, but it put them 2 rounds away from winning the entire game. And if 2 ops doesn't work, then they can try 3.
Kerrigan also swinging a big green. Oh!
Okay.
But maybe you need more than 3 to stop this man. Simple, immediate pickup onto Rop's. He is done on the CT side of overtime for FaZe. Kerrigan tries to find contact deep apartments. There is a chance that either Bit comes back up from underpass, or that would have been it. But a difficult flick to hit with Perfecto flying into the underpass, joining his teammate.
No, they still know that another op exists on the server. It's going to be towards a site, so they might think about it, even though they don't know Brokey bought it along with Rop's. That's going to count against Brokey, unfortunately, in terms of how careful they are. Who's starting to rotate in?
Got Rain standing in the site.
The first time an A attack's coming on, they don't have anyone on Palace. Rain in this off angle, trying to catch them as they make it across the site. Open to A ramp a little bit. Rain opens up.
Brokey with another. That's Bit inside of the window. Now a missed shot, but still, look at this kill feed. It's nothing but FaZe.
They do that. They take the risk. They leave it open to A ramp. They play Rain on the opposite side of triple, so they can fight connector specifically.
Oh my.
It calls out the attack, it works out. Rain has been in the wrong end of some of these engagements.
I mean,
leading out of OT, and when it matters the most, finds his.
And Brokey finding Bit in window before they're able to come up from connector.
Wow.
Did it feel to you as well like that smoking connector served as the trigger for Navi? It just felt like they just tried to force it and then all of a sudden realized that they had stepped on the mine that was that A setup.
Thought OT was going to be exciting. Didn't know it was going to be this exciting.
Damn, man.
Window smoke comes in late. Bomb here staged up at the A ramp. All the guns that they need. But do they have the ideas? Simple knows. And he has a friend behind him to make sure he doesn't have to turn around.
Even Electronic is bolstered.
Look, coming up to the A ramp ready, but is he gonna drop a nade? He only has a flash. He's gotta hit this hard angle.
First one's there, but Brokey's able to answer. That immediately draws Simple out of connector. There is a lurk and twist at the bottom of mid, but it really does seem to be that—
Oh, Bit goes down!
That's huge! Twist suddenly compromises Simple, but he's still able to deliver. He knows his back is open. Boomich, he's coming with the multi-kill. It's Brokey's chance to clutch. A little bit of damage, but no, it's stopped, and Navi keep on going.
Talk to him, Boomich. He's positive now with that frag. He has been leading by example this game. And they put up a stalwart A defense.
Oh, hearts thumping
That attack,
inside that site.
It rests on so many fine margins. All of these different kills that could lead to a domino effect. And Navi come out slightly ahead. Tying now, 17-17, 19 wins it.
18 is nothing but a sigh of relief. Double overtime at the least.
Why go to quarters when you can just win 2 rounds?
Right? 2 rounds between them and the semifinals, and that is for either of these teams. A jump and a punish. Rain down for the count. Electronic almost catching Twist in the underpass, but Electronic's not safe here. And they're gonna throw Brokey onto the front of it. That's the answer. Electronic's dead. 4v4 and an op swap back. Brokey to the rifle. Boomich with prying eyes down ramp. I may have seen Robs.
It's been on point recently.
Yeah,
They're looking to search this back. Yeah. Do they need
Search
to
and destroy.
Do they need to fight him in the ramp, or do they just need to wait for the A attack? They flash it. ISO'd. Rops is down. Bomb is coming closely behind it, but they know the plan towards A.
Oh, Kerrigan, what a crucial duel to pick up. If you've only got 9 kills and that's one of them, with 50 seconds left, they can reroute, and if they go all the way to this B site, our eyes have so consistently fallen on Brokey, and the reason here is because his 2 teammates nearly dead.
Perfecto is pulling guard, and it looked like the commitment was going to come in, but there was enough time. And there's a timing on window, and if they run by, they actually score a plant. No way, Navi, you're going to give up the entire site. Twitz has already posted on window.
He's got that scope back up. Oh, Perfecto catching Kerrigan. Remember, it's low HP for Twists. And now that angle that he so desperately needed has been covered in smoke. Shrouded in secrecy are the CTs within market. And Brokey trying to piece this together.
They give the responsibility to bomb back. Twist goes down.
Brokey goes deep. He doesn't have the bomb. He doesn't have the time. He simply doesn't have the time. The other CT's all the way in the apartments, and we've got Navi on 18, 1 away. 1 away from dodging defeat. As FaZe took it to them on Mirage, but now all the pressure falls onto Kerrigan and his teammates.
12.5 KOT. We'll see if FaZe are going to be punished enough.
That spot from Boomich onto Robs, 3 players joining forces to flash 2. They ensured that fight.
Oh my God.
That snap.
Man, those last 2 shots, that is actually nuts. And they do have enough buy. Oh my God. We're gonna enter what could be the last round of the match. FaZe looking for double overtime. The mid-round was ambitious, but on low HP it was actually the right idea. Fast down mid they are. Electronics out in the open, but Rain adjusts.
He hangs on.
It's an obtuse flank, 40 degrees or more, off right into Electronics' head. And they're leading right into B. Simple doesn't have any support here.
Oh, does he need it? Oh, click! He's still alive somehow. Kerrigan trying to get the better of him. Perfecto bails him out. Twist also falls. The Perforator putting a hole in this B site. FaZe though in answer. They've got man advantage and this one's not done yet. Perfecto's got that 3rd and he's just looking for what's left. It's only Brokey to remain. He comes around the corner and he's gonna answer with just a little bit more. And a Molotov will buy such crucial amounts of time. Smoke atop of it and Brokey, with hands no longer busy, fades away, his trusty op in hand.
Oh my God.
We know he can clutch, but right now it's his headshot for FaZe. And we go again.
No way. No way he clutches with that deagle. Another overtime to go because of that. The trust. With that amount of pressure to put it on that sidearm is insane. I can't believe that, man. That's Perfecto doing the Lord's work, honestly, with this M4 rotating in through a market. 3 frags. They had that site turned upside down. That call from Kerrigan, it had just the right amount of fire.
It's just as fast. We got to get in the server, man.
Okay.
We've already got players up catwalk.
No way.
We had.
Oh, he misses. And somehow. What's just happened? Robs will trade back versus Boomich. They're crossing A. The flash is perfect.
Dude, Simple back-to-back rounds, just blind and missing shots. The utility is zoning him so intensely. 3 Molotovs. And a pause in the action for FaZe.
If FaZe play this correctly, it's going to favor them. It's the CTs that have too many things to cover in this position. They have a few grenades, but you know, this one smoke, I think, will bring out your insecurities, and they are organizing to try to do something together to change it up. But the site defense is slow, but the bomb is still in mid. Kerrigan can make the difference. Man, 3 CTs are all here ready to fight.
And Robs tries to take it to them. Oh!
They lose everything. The 3 CTs reorganizing. Pulling guard on the B site completely. Getting out of jungle entirely. Coming through CT spawn. It's the perfect mid-round call.
FaZe won a fight while Navi showed up to it early.
I can't believe they pulled that off. And they didn't even know for sure that FaZe were about to hit the A site. Oh, that's nasty right through the smoke.
Turns it upside down on the connector players. Navi gonna strike gold in the 3v3 on this CT side. Pressure mounting. Wild spray. It's gonna leave Brokey down on 40. Rain gets tagged to 16, so FaZe definitely walking away from this fight worse for wear. Oof. Rain actually comes back at it.
Smallest timing. He dodges bit on 30.
Perfecto looking curiously through the apartments. Kerrigan is ready to receive this push, but it's not just about catching it, it's about stopping it. And if he walks into the scope right now, Perfecto, didn't get the kill right away. He doesn't know if there's multiple players, so he decides not to give that chase, but you could argue Kerrigan lucky to be alive. And Rain, blindsided, did not expect for Bit to be on top of ladder.
They want to try to get in here. I mean, he can still stay up top inside of ladder room. He's got full rain. Oh, electronic. What is that spray? From palace to jungle. Looking for a third, but Brokey trades it back.
Boomich in with more impact, and Bit gonna be the end of this one. It's 20 for Navi on the cusp of a clean sweep in this second CT overtime half.
2 to end it. 2 to end it. But 2 with a 2-round lead.
Oh, that electronic flick.
Insane. That's from long range to short range with this spray transfer. It's nasty. Oh my god. That's what Twist does to people.
Taste of his own medicine. FaZe looking to catch their breath. Electronic right back at it. Aggression out of the bottom of connector. 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, he's trying it every single time versus Rain. Hey, as long as he wins most of his fights, that's good enough. He knows they want to make that play happen. Electronic was fine. Let's rumble. That'll suck the life right out of you. 4v5. Reset of the position. No positional compensation off of that move.
Mid control has just felt impossible in this second overtime for FaZe. Finally, they're given a little bit of room to work with, but are they just being corralled to their own end? Got Bit and Boomich within this A site.
Oh my god.
Good grenade damage makes Twists all the more susceptible to slip aside.
The star with a rifle right here.
And I feel like he is just hunting this confidently. And why not? He's got Boomich to ensure him with the palace control. He's got Electronic over on jungle, albeit Electronic on 20 health. Bit will find Twist's head. And then he dives back into the cover. 30 seconds left. Electronic executes 2. Comes back through the smoke. Rops is going to try his damnedest to answer, but no. A clean sweep from Navi in double OT.
Okay, now they know. The smiles are back on their faces. They switch over. 3 opportunities to close out. And a free ride to semis.
That half of overtime right now, that's Electronic. Bottom of connector
Insane.
Into Rain multiple times. Multi-kills from jungle onto the stair players multiple times.
Some of those spray transfers are insane. And this could be it right here. Off to the T side, what will they try?
It's got to be flawless, FaZe.
FaZe were adamant about connector control and then failed. Robs will try the same play out towards mid to catch somebody. Brokey will be the one to get it.
So far, so good.
Oh, they shut it down. And that's what looks like a B split coming on. So they'll rotate over. And Navi will rotate out.
One smoke still to work with here for Navi. Bomb's been left at the top of middle, so looks like they're going to play with their time. They've got plenty. Oh, Simple peeks into Twist's crosshair. Things looking more and more dire as Twist connects yet another. Good timing on his peeks into mid, finding 2 Ts with backs turned.
Oh man, with these two teams, it's crazy how much rests on that first engagement.
It's 21-19.
They just know how to snowball off it. That's why we always reference that 5v4 win percentage, especially when it comes clean. No instant trade back. And with your connector player, they always have a route to escape through that smoke that they put down themselves. Everybody wants a piece of the action in mid. Who will stand the tallest?
Who will stand the longest? This is a grueling back and forth. When you get to see exactly how Brokey opened up that last one. The last timeout called from Navi. They held on to it for 40 rounds. We'll see if it makes a difference here and now.
There's so much that they can do. We've seen everything but slow rounds. And now it looks like a set piece. A fake to mid control. They've conditioned FaZe into believing it's going to be mid so many times. Do they block off enough areas of engagements? Top con smoke comes out. They're going to walk into this. Does anyone get caught off guard? Rain under balcony.
Oh, first it's Brokey yet again. His CT sides and a spam damage. Perfecto's able to answer. That's a little bit of breathing room. Electronic finds one. Look at the CTs lost in that smoke. They come out on top of it, but we've got Simple on Tetris next to Perfecto. Electronic comes out from the Palace. Twist tries to predict it.
Oh my god.
He shoots his hands off. That no-scope landed. Brokey just wounds Simple, but now it needs to be Brokey or Navi have done it. A real brutal back and forth here on Mirage. But a fight inside this A site with Navi's name all over it. Brokey, he gets hit and warned as Simple takes him down. The better of the uppers stands tall. Number 1 in Simple, number 1 in Navi, and such a heartbreaking attempt here from FaZe.
Oh my god.
But there is nothing but pride in this performance. FaZe Clan almost taking a second map, something they couldn't do